البشر والأمن والجنة في الصلاة والتسليم على مقيم السنة مفاتيح البشر والأمن والجنة في الصلاة والتسليم على مقيم السنة.
I don't speak Wolof.
All right, so let's just tell us a little bit about GB. How do you know GB? When was the last time you guys spent the time together? Go ahead. Yes.
Jibby was a great guy.
Okay.
I have never met anyone. He had a kind heart. He was a great person overall. The last time I spoke to him was Eid. He was at my house. And I was just complaining about my 12-hour shift. He's like, Hafsa, you work 3 days, 12-hour shifts. I work 7 days. I'm like, Jibby, not everybody's like you, okay? He's like, yeah. We need justice.
Thank you. Daniel, where are you from?
Liberia. Yeah.
So, do you want to tell us a little bit about GB?
Yeah, sure.
All right, go ahead. It's yours.
Yeah. Let's see. I met GB in about 2017, 2018
Okay.
at Colorado State University, and he and I, throughout our time there together, we participated in some clubs and organizations together.
Okay.
And through all those, GB was always willing to help out, always willing to volunteer for different events and things of that nature. And even on these trips when we take them, he was always like this huge ball of energy, making sure everyone is getting to their events on time, pretty much just serving this fatherly role for all of us. And we all looked up to him, and there was many times that I'd talk to GB and he'd be like, oh, Daniel, I'm trying to bring my wife and child here, you know, and we were always looking forward to that. And I'm honestly very saddened that I didn't get to meet his wife and his child, because I have this, when I first heard what happened, I was really shocked. I was like, why would someone do something like that to GB? You know, like I just could not even process it. And it's still shocking to me now, even seeing the house the way it is. And I'm just really saddened because the last time I talked to GB was about, I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Usman, myself, and one of our other friends were supposed to come and hang out with them. And I think it's very saddened that we didn't get to do that opportunity, and I didn't get to see him. And the last time I saw him was back when we were in CSU together. And so I guess right now I just honestly want justice for GB and his family, and I also want to I'm going to keep them in my prayers, him and his family and the loved ones he left behind here, and we're going to be thinking about them.
Thank you so much. Remind me your name again.
My name is Daniel.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this whole thing? What do you think? Yes.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Ashley.
Ashley, okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about
Exactly.
It's really hard to put into words something like this because it shouldn't even happen. Like we shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't even be talking to you. Like this should not have happened. And the fact that it did just speaks volumes about the world we live in. And I don't think that we should focus on the perpetrators who did this. We shouldn't focus on the negativity because they don't deserve the spotlight. They don't deserve any of that. We should focus on the goodness that's in the world, the people that came together for this family, and just be there for each other because that's all we can really do at this time. So.
Thank you so much. Have you met him before?
I did not have the honor of meeting him. I had a friend who was very close with him.
Okay.
But I have many friends, many Senegalese friends, many people within the community that are very dear to me. And I knew that if this happened to someone that I knew, or I would be furious. So I think that it's only right to be here to support the family and the friends because that's what humanity is about. It's about coming together and not letting things like this tear us apart. So,
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
When was the last time you met GB?
Wow. So the last time we talked was probably a month ago.
Okay.
He had posted a Snapchat of his wife. He was
Okay.
singing to her
Okay.
on her birthday in 5 different languages, and I thought it was really funny. So I texted him like, "Wow, like you really did that, huh?"
Okay.
And he just texted me back laughing about it. And I believe 3 weeks ago or so, he had invited us over to come here. Me, Usman, Ida, and 2 other people. And that would have been the last time I saw him. But unfortunately, we couldn't come here because I had other things to deal with. And I know that we shouldn't focus on the what ifs, but it hurts me deeply to know that.
You're fine. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. Okay? You're doing good. Come on.
I just wish I saw him that day, is
Okay.
all I'm going to say. It's very unbelievable. Like, it doesn't feel real to this day. Like, I don't know what to feel, if that makes sense. I feel pain, laughter, just thinking about how he would laugh all the time, just smile. JP would usually just, like, every time I went there to go visit, he'll, like, you know, put his huge jackets on me because I'm so small. Like,
I know, right?
standing next to him,
Yep,
he was just
yep,
like,
yep,
looking up, and he
yep.
would look down.
Yep.
And that was just the joy of
He
it
can
all.
definitely feel you right now. He can definitely feel you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all this good word. Thank you again. Okay?
Thank you.
Chahani? Have you met GB before?
Yeah,
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about GB?
yeah, of
Okay.
course. I met GB my freshman year at CSU.
Okay.
I felt really lonely. I only knew Sandra and few of them because we went to high school together.
Okay.
And I was looking for a family, or a family away from my family because it was really difficult for me to be separated from my mom and my sister. I'm originally from Sudan,
Okay. Sorry about that.
so I remember we were in the hall going to eat. That's when we met GB in the dining hall. And since that day, he asked me where I was from. I asked him and things like that. And that's when I got to meet the other people, other Africans on campus. He introduced me to them, and he told me, you know, like we all here together, especially because our campus is like all white school, so it was just like a family. He would cook for us sometimes and ask us to come and eat, and I never taste food like he's. He was always helping me sometimes on, you know, finals week with maybe reviewing things. And if I have ever like a problem or I need a ride, he would give me a ride because I didn't have a car. Even my mom used to tell him like, Tahani is your sister, so please. My mom is diabetic and she works full time. She tells him I can't drive a lot to Fort Collins because it's far. So please, like you and Lamine, if there's anything, take care of Tahani. And that's exactly what he did. I remember one of my roommate, Tahani, we had a light bulb that was not working. They stepped in and they came in and they changed it for us because we were sitting in the dark. And that was like over 4 years ago. The year that GB graduated, we decided to do Quran session together.
Okay.
He was moving to Denver, and I'm originally from Denver. However, he graduated the year before me, but I told him over the summer we will meet up and we will read Quran together. And that's exactly what happened. And I felt like although I read Arabic, I learned a lot from him.
Okay. I want you to tell me right now. When you see GB right now, he's here. What you want to tell him? He's here with you. Come on, you're strong. You can do it. What's your last word? What you want to say to GB right now? Look at him, express. Look at him. Talk to GB.
I can't accept that you're gone. You know, I always wanted a brother, and he was that person for me.
He's a
He has always been that brother, the person that gave me advice when things get hard. And I just can't believe it. And I couldn't believe it when I got the call that he's dead. I couldn't. I kept calling his name.
Come on. Listen. I want to tell you this thing. It's like GB sending me a message to tell you. Now he's like a little angel. You know what I'm saying? Protecting you. So you're not alone. You still have your brother with you, okay? Okay?
I just can't. He looks so alive right now when I look at him.
Yes.
And he's all gone in the house.
here with you.
He's all gone in the house.
We need you to be strong. GB doesn't want to see that. He wants to see you happy. He wants to see you focus, okay? Okay?
It's impossible.
All right, come on, you can do it, okay? All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I definitely miss him. Djibi was one of my pillars here in the U.S. because I'm from Cameroon. And yeah, Djibi is definitely one of the people that has been the most impactful in my life here in the U.S. He's like one of my big brothers, supporters. You know, we always have fun together. Like if you see all these pictures, like all the things that we did together, you know. It was just such an honor to have known him, mostly.
Can you explain to us a little bit in French how you met Djibi? Go in French.
J'ai rencontré Djibi par Alioune en 2016.
Okay.
J'ai rencontré Alioune et je ne connaissais aucun Africain ici au Colorado. J'ai rencontré Alioune et il m'a présenté à ses camarades de maison. Ils étaient ensemble. Et c'est comme ça qu'ils m'ont adopté. Tous, Djibi est devenu mon grand frère. À chaque fois qu'il vient, il dit « Aïda Yelam ». Et il essayait toujours de me parler en foufoulde, mais sénégalais, mais moi je comprends pas foufoulde sénégalais, donc voilà.
Merci.
What, anything particular you want me to say or just?
Nothing, just a video away.
Thank you for giving me this platform just to share the lives we lost here, the community that's grieving right now. Starting with this man right here, Djibi. I knew Djibi since college. I met him back in 2015 when he came to CSU. They was like, Usman, there's another Senegalese guy. I was like, who? I thought I was the only guy. And then Djibi, there was like Djibi. That's how I met him. He always brightened up the room. By his height and by his energy, his smile, he's always there. And he was a smart man, very intelligent and very nice and pure. His heart was genuine. He always wanted to bring everybody to his house to enjoy a meal and share a meal with everyone else. I remember one summer when my apartment flooded, he opened the doors out for me to live with him. And that summer we lived together. It was during Ramadan. We fasted the whole month. And we just enjoyed that moment. And at that moment too, during that Ramadan month, and it was in June, I believe so. We celebrated his wife's birthday while she was back in Africa. Djibi did a whole video he invited all his friends, and we just enjoyed a meal as well as a cake. And he video recorded everything, us wishing happy birthday to Aja. And we just celebrated her. We didn't even know her, we haven't met her yet, but we celebrated her birthday there that evening. And that's the type of person Djibi was. He cared for others, and he was a great husband. And he loved his wife. He always talked about the wife everywhere we went, how he wanted to bring her here to enjoy this life with her. And Djibi has had dreams and ambition. And one of his biggest dreams was to go back home to Senegal and use the skills and the knowledge he learned here to apply it back home. He wanted to build roads, infrastructure, and build homes for his family. He wanted to make sure he left a legacy. And recently, as he was working here in Kiewit, they loved him there. The other day, the whole family, the Kiewit family showed up. It was over 50 guys that just showed up to the house just to show their respect to the family, because that's the type of guy and the legacy he left with them. He was a great engineer, a great father, a great leader, a great brother, a husband, a son to us. He left us too soon. But in this life he lived a happy life, and we enjoyed the short time we had with him. And Kumba was the younger sister that Djibi always wanted to bring along and mentor her. And she, from what I heard from her, she had the same energy, the same personality as Djibi, and she was a great person. I met her a few times, and she's always greeted me with respect and always had the same energy Djibi had, with a nice smile. The daughter, Khadija, just like last Friday, Djibi was like, Khadija, say hi to your uncle. Say hi to your uncle. Go say hi to your uncle. Even though Khadija was just a little shy and kind of didn't want to come to my side, he was like, Usman, I can't wait till you get a daughter or a son, so so Khadija could enjoy siblings and cousins that she could hang around with. It's just that type of man he was, and the legacy he left behind, and the people that he impacted, and you saw that today here. And we just came to celebrate his life. But one thing we want to know is who did this and the justice for the family, so they could have closure and peace with this. And also what I wanted to touch on is also there was another family impacted by this that lost their belongings, everything they built up here. The man who owns this house, his wife is still in the hospital battling. She has a back that she's had a few surgeries on for the past few days. And let's keep her in our prayers. And let's keep that family in our prayers as they're grieving and they're trying to rebuild themselves up. And just thank you for you guys for being here, everyone being here just to celebrate this wonderful family and this life. And that's what we're here to do today. Thank you.